Hello and welcome to JV West Season 7 Round 1. Let's start off 3 minutes at qualifying here at Valencia for the Spanish J-Prix while our drivers are completing their first lap. Let's take a look at the token spend. Masca Breva's the only 4 token spender here today. Will be looking to get a victory at his home race. The only 3 token spender is Mart Andries, 4 low honkers, 2 tokens from Minecat, Smalls, Botti and Toadspeed, 1 token each from Boken34, Yoa and Figueira. Those are your token spenders today. And now about to get the second lap completed. Right now it's Hempo on provisional pole, but look how low Masca Brevis is despite starting from the front. He had less time to accelerate, and now with the running start we're gonna have our first representative lap times. Masca Brevis is going to hit a time of 29.08. It is Yoa who goes on provisional pole with a time of 28.60. Mart Andries, Masca Brevis, all 3 of those drivers quite up there, and Masca Brevis is spending 4 tokens, Andries is spending 3, Yoa is spending only a single token. Just look at that matter go. Then we've got Boken34 also only spending a single one, Shaggins tokenless, Toadspeed spending 2, Minecat spending 2, Hempo spending none, is ahead of his teammate Figo, but is still Yoa on provisional pole. What is he doing? Incredible pace, 28.53 he's just hit, and he's on Masca Brevis' tail here. Minecat has gone up to 4th now. Figueira spending 1 tokens down somewhere in 14th in the qualifying. Let's see, can Masca beat Yoa with this lap time? No, he cannot even improve. Mart Andries goes 2nd fastest. Minecat goes 3rd fastest. Masca Brevis currently in 4th, but he is on a very fast lap here, as we're in the final minute of qualifying. Mart Andries also going fast, catching up to the back of Masca. Which one of them will have the faster lap here? It'll look like Mart Andries across the line at 28.33, and he's on to provisional pole. What a lap from Mart Andries. Little Honkers starting the season off his style. They're looking to get that extra point from pole position. They are fighting tooth and nail for it. Masca Brevis doesn't appear to have the pace to compete against that, but I think we'll have one more lap after this of qualifying if Mart Andries crosses the line fast enough, and he does. Final lap of qualifying here. Will Masca find the pace he's been searching for this whole session? He's on to the back of Mart Andries. Is he faster through the straight? Just marginally. It doesn't look crazy from Masca yet. Looks like he's pretty much even with Mart here. Bit faster at the end. It won't be enough for an improvement. But he is up to 3rd with his lap. Smalls up to 5th. Some late excitement. Crazy improvements. Smalls and Botti, great job from both of them. Here are the qualifying results. Mart Andries starts from pole position. Let's put up the tokens and the upgrades here. Mart Andries spending 3 tokens, starts from pole position. And then it is Yoa spending a single token, and he's starting from the front row, followed by Botti spending 2 in 3rd, Minecat spending 2 in 4th, Smalls spending 2 in 5th, Masca Brevis spending 4 will have to start from 6th position. Shaggins and Boken tied at 29.03. Shaggins spending none, Boken spending a single token. Is Shaggins to set the time first, so she will be starting from 7th. Hempo and Toadspeed similar draw. Hempo hit the time first, and tokenless starts from 9th. Toadspeed starts from 10th, spending 2. Looking at the bottom 10, Aaron the Andrian tokenless will start all the way up from 11th. Then Nems in 12th. Figueira, despite spending a token, is only going to start from 13th. Then Tefole, Mr. Crunk, Eurus, Salty Coke, De Romas, Buddha, And finally, Water Fire will start from last. We got 32 laps, I believe, awaiting us here at the Valencia Street Circuit. Let's get underway for the Spanish J-Prix. Here we go, Mart. Yoa, Botti, all starting on the soft, so is Smalls and Maska Brave as Minka has decided to start on mediums. Yoa with a great start, so is Botti, and they're through into the top 2 positions. Mart with a slow start, Maska Brave is already up to 4th, into 3rd, boosting his way past Botti into 2nd. What a move from Maska Brave, and he's looking to take his home race victory, of course. But he got Botti on the inside, Maska on the outside, all of them managing to go 3 wide through the hairpin. Yoa now dropping behind both of them. Mart Andries also overtaking for 3rd position, and as Maska Brave is leading us off already. 1 lap of 32. And he is already nearly a second in front. Botti in 2nd, then it's Yoa. Mart Andries in 4th. Boken 34 started on the hard tires is in 5th. He's doing quite well for himself. Smalls, Shaggins, Figueira has gone up to 8th, fighting with Minecat for the position. Down to 9th now. Nems in 10th. That is double points for the Monkey Racing as it stands. Then it's Andrian and Juras, the 2 compasses sandwiching Mr. Crunk here. Then we've got this big pack. Hempo, Toadspeed, has had a horrible start. He's spending 2 tokens. He's down in 14th despite starting in the softs. Must have been something that happened to him, but he's ready to make his comeback now. Up into 13th, looking to overtake Mr. Crunk here. Let's go back up to the top fights. Got Boken up to 3rd ahead of Mart and Botti. Yoa's gone back up into 2nd, and it's Maska Brave is currently the fastest time. And look at that, he is just having he is just in a league of his own today, spending those 4 tokens. Got Mart challenging Boken for 3rd position. Doesn't seem to have the speed. Got also Figueira very close. The Shaggins and Smalls very close. The Botti, it's definitely a tightly contested circuit, but here comes Smalls on the inside of Botti, but doesn't have the exit, and Botti retains 5th position for now. Shaggins, Figueira as they were. Minecat in 9th ahead of Nems, who's fighting with Aaron the Engine for the final position. Both of them tokenless. Toadspeed in 13th, looking to chase down Hempo, looking to at least get some tokens for Toad Racing Systems, but he's got the Romas close on his tail. Maska Bravas, after 6 laps, already 3.5 seconds in front, and it is absolute Canadian domination. We've got 3 Canadian teams in JV West this season, and those are Flying Fox, Matsar, and Little Hungers, and those are the highest placed teams last season. Of course, Flying Fox relegated, so they act as a sort of first from last season, despite being in a different division. But yeah, all of these teams currently, Canadian outfits are locking out the podium. Then Boken 34 is racing in a Flying Fox, so the top 4 all Canadian racing teams. Then we got Smalls and an American one, Botti, and an Argentinian one, Figueira, and a French one, Minecat, and an American one, and then we got Shaggins back to the Canadians. But yeah, top 4 completely dominated by the Canadian racing teams. Maska's into the pits, so is Yoa. Mart Andries will stay out. Very interesting move. I think Low Hunkers has much less grip than both Matsar and Flying Fox. Well, it looks like they have the same as Flying Fox, but they do have less than Matsar, so very interesting that Yoa decided to pit, maybe to cover off a potential undercut from Maska Bravas there, but Mart Andries has decided to stay out. Boken is up into 2nd on those hard tires, but Maska Bravas is already right behind them both on the mediums. Mart is into the pits, and now we've got a 1-2 running from Flying Fox. Boken, Maska Bravas are really right on him. He's going to look for an overtake pretty soon. He's got a faster, fresher tires, and now on the straight, he's looking at it. He's switching sides. He doesn't have the speed, didn't have the exit. Now he makes the move with a lunge out of boost, and there he goes. He's back into the race lead, and it looks to be quite a good performance from Flying Fox so far. at 4 and 1 tokens respectively for Maska Bravas and Boken. Yoa in third, looking to chase down Boken. Then we've got Mariantry's Hempel has gotten up to 5th as a result of staying out on the hard tires. Botti in 6th, Mr. Crunk on very worn mediums in 7th, Daromas on worn hards in 8th. Then we got Smalls in 9th, has already pitted to Urest, fighting with Figo and Minecat, and has now lost 10th position. Got Nems behind, but Toad Speed looks to be stuck currently in 16th position. It's a very unfortunate start for Toad Racing Systems. Yoa now right on the back of Boken and overtakes for 2nd place. Boken will surely be oh, we got heavy rain, and that is great news for Boken. It's gone all the way up to 3rd. That is even better news for Hempel, all the way up in 5th on those worn hards. Maska is in, everyone is going to go in now. Onto the wet tires, we got heavy rain incoming. Botti overtaking Hempel, can he do it through the pit lane? Just about misses out on the overtake, but will still be very, very close with Hempel. In fact, has gained some time there through the pit lane, surprisingly. I think there was another rain announcement there. Did not see if that was clouds or light rain it's changing to. Be very interesting. Maska has lost some of that gap to Yoa. He surely would have had more gap if it had still been dry weather, and it is clouds that it changed to, so it doesn't look like the rain will last for too much time. But Maska Bravas is already 4 seconds, 4.5 ahead of Yoa anyways. Boken in 3rd, Marta Andrews just outside the podium. Then it's Botti in 5th, running away from Hempel in 6th. Smalls down in 7th, Daromas up in 8th with Minecat and Figueira. Minecat makes a mistake, Figueira is up into 9th position. Looks like Maska has lost significant time to Yoa. They're only less than 3 seconds ahead now. Very interesting, may have been slowed down by the lap traffic that Yoa is about to stumble upon. Daromas is into the pits already. Onto dry tires as, oh, and we got heavy rain incoming. Maska and Yoa entered the pits. Both have to pit for wets again. Boken is into the lead of the race as a result. What is happening here today? Marta Andrews also ahead of Maska Bravas, but they've not lost too much time, Maska and Yoa, and they will be chasing down the positions they've lost. Maska already passed Marta Andrews, looking to chase down his teammate. The Romas and Shaggins, definitely the losers of this situation. They both pitted out onto the dry tires, and now they have to go back in, and this is terrible for them. They have essentially thrown away their races. Thankfully, at least they were not spending any tokens, so it's not a matter of wasting tokens, but they did have a shot there at some point scoring, and now that is pretty much out of the picture. Toad Speed has gone up to 11th, just on the fringe of the points. Urest currently occupies the final points position. Figueira in 9th, Minecat in 8th, Smalls in 7th, Botti in 6th, Hempel in 5th, Marta Andrews in 4th, Yoa in 3rd, Maska Bravas in 2nd, and Boken leads. Maska looking to chase down his teammate, still taking a bit of time to accomplish that. Both him and Yoa still unable to get past Boken to catch up to him in the first place. Maska was under a second there, but made a mistake on turn 1 and looks to have made another mistake there, and is still around the same gap between him and Boken, while Yoa is in fact catching Maska Bravas faster than Maska is catching Boken here. But we're over halfway through, and Maska, keeps going wide there on turn 1, losing a lot of acceleration, a lot of speed as a result. Let's take a look what's happening with Smalls, Minecat and Figueira. Minecat is up into 7th position ahead of Smalls and Figueira. They're very close together, all of these drivers, and they're going 3 wide now. And Mindcat and Smalls fighting for 7th. Figueira also involved, and Mascabravas on the back of Boken all of a sudden, but he's still unable to make the move, and he's right there. Will he make the move on the inside? Doesn't seem to have the speed. Has to drift a bit. You know, Yoa has lost both of them at the current moment. Mascabravas to overtake Boken, looks down the outside of the hairpin, unable to find any place to overtake. Around the outside of the final turn, doesn't have the exit, does have the exit after all. He did have the inside, but now makes a mistake. Goes into the grass on turn 1, and Boken is still hanging on to that first place despite 3 less tokens being spent, despite much more worn wet tires. Is complete Flying Fox chaos here at the front. Yoa unable to make the most of it here. Smalls, Minecraft and Figueira have separated now in that order for 7th, 8th and 9th. Figueira looks to have a lot of issues getting through the lapped traffic. Eurus is just barely ahead of Toadspeed. Eurus not spending any tokens. Toadspeed is spending 2, and he will be hoping to at least get 10th position as a result, and then hopefully fight for something more. However, he's still yet to catch up to Eurus here, and Boken is once again behind Mascabravas here. Yoa is much closer now to both of them. Boken looking down the inside, but oh, very bad exit on the final turn, and Masca is finally into the lead of the race, and Yoa is right on the back of Boken, looking to retake 2nd position. Is unable to do so now on the back straight. Does he have the speed to do so with the Matzer? Doesn't look like it just yet. There he goes on the entry of the hairpin. He's going on the inside. Has the better exit. Yoa is through. Back into 2nd position. Boken looking for a counter move. Will he be able to do it? No, Yoa's covering the inside and through turn 1. Oh, Boken forced out quite wide. Mart Andres is already in for dry tires, and I think that means that the drivers behind him will start going in. Not Hempel, interestingly enough. Hempel stays out on the wets, so do Botti and Mindcat, but Smalls is in for dry tires. Very interesting, varied choices here. Smalls onto the soft tires with 9 laps to go. Can he make that work? A lot more hards and mediums that I'm seeing here, not a lot of soft. So it's a rescue move from Smalls. But everyone onto the dry tires now, as we've got sunny weather. The rain has finally dissipated, and it's Masca back into the lead of the race. Yoa 2nd, Boken in 3rd, Mart Andres in 4th, Hempel in 5th has also picked the soft, surprisingly. Smalls with the undercut gets 6th position. Botti in 7th. Mindcat also on the soft in 8th. Figueira on mediums in 9th. And Eurus on mediums in 10th. Toadspeed just on the cusp of those points. However, has lost 3 seconds to Eurus now, as picked. The hards will be hoping to gain some time near the end of the race. Mindcat looking for that move into 7th place over Botti. Does make it work. Does he make it stick? Yes, he's on those soft tires. He is pulling away rapidly to claim 7th place. Ooh, very quick into the entry of that hairpin. Boken very close behind Yoa, slowed down there by the lapped car of Buddha, however, but was under a second behind Yoa, was really closing down on him. Will that trend continue, or will he drop back a bit now? That's the question, isn't it? Toadspeed has regained that that distance that he lost to Eurus. Or rather, he's cut down on the distance Smalls is already into the pits for a fresh set of soft tires. A very interesting strategy there. I wonder how Himpo and Minecart will do. Minecart now into 6th position. Toadspeed once again starting to lose time to Eurus. It doesn't look like he's able to make the move. He's just able to get really close and then do nothing about it. Masca through all this lap traffic, and we're gonna have a rain, and Masca has gone past the pits. Yoa is in, Boken is in, Mart Andries presumably in, and Hippo and Minecat have lucked out with that rain. They won't have to pit for a new set of dry tires now, and they'll be able to keep up in 5th and 6th. Smalls definitely the biggest loser of the rain coming in, as he's had to pit onto a fresh set of soft tires. However, he does overtake Figo before the pit entry. Masca with a late pit stop. Will Yoa gain any time towards to Masca? He is in fact less than 2 seconds behind Masca now. He's got his teammate lapping him now. Keen to struggle a bit, but he is not too far behind Masca Bravas. Boken slowed down massively by Toadspeed. Currently in 3rd, Mart Andries is still holding on to 4th. Looks like a lot of the gaps have been closed down. However, you've got very small gaps here between Figo, Smalls and Eurus. Eurus now caught up to the drivers ahead. Is losing some of that time now, but might be able to engineer something, maybe a 9th place here, or even an 8th. Smalls and Figueroa battling for 8th position. Smalls overtakes Figueroa on the inside. He's through into 8th place. Eurus right behind Figo doesn't appear to have the speed to make that anything more. Figo slowly pulling away here. Let's compare their lap times. Yoa is under a second behind Masca, and it's 33.93 for Figo, 34.50 for Eurus. So yeah, he is struggling now. He's got Mr. Crunk. He's lapped Mr. Crunk, and Mr. Crunk unlaps himself, and he's also getting lapped by Boken simultaneously, so that probably caused some confusion. Yoa is very close to Masca, but he doesn't look to be able to close it, as Masca Bravas wins the Spanish J-Prix. Yoa in 2nd, Boken in 3rd. That's a double podium for Flying Fox. Mart Andries in 4th, Hempo in 5th. I did not notice it was the final lap, but got there just in time. Minecat finishing in 6th for Scuderia Carmona. Botti in 7th. Smalls will cross the line in 8th position. Figo in 9th, and Eurus, final point scorer, in 10th position, tokenless. 11th for Toadspeed, just missing out on those points. Nems will finish in 12th. Pretty solitary race, looks like. Mr. Crunk in 13th is in fact getting lapped by Toadspeed, despite being only 2 positions behind. That is a crazy gap from 11th to 13th. The result of the rains and just pace in general. 13th for Mr. Crunk, 14th for Doromas, 15th for Andrian, 16th for Shaggins, 17th for Buddha. Will be 18th for Waterfire, and that will be our final finisher, Salty Coke, and Tifole 19th and 20th. Well, I guess it's time for the national anthems then. First off, of course, the Spanish national anthem for Masca Bravas, who wins his home J-Prix here in Valencia. So let's have a listen. And now for the constructors, the Canadian national anthem, which you would have been hearing no matter which of the top 4 would have won that race. Let's hear it for the Canadian national anthem for Flying Fox. Well, that's all for JV West Season 7 opener. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time for, I believe, the French J-Prix at Circuit de Lebanon. That will be all, and goodbye. I'll just bottom 10 here. Yeah, bye.